Otherwise, I would like to start the presentation. Perfect. Great. So hello and welcome to our breakout session about AgriTech. Unfortunately, there are not that many agri startups joining the Europe Days today. But anyhow, I will start. I would like to give you a short introduction about the topics we are focusing on at the moment. And what we are doing in the Agro Innovation Lab. That would take maximum 10 minutes. And then I would like to go into discussion and hear more about your perspectives and what you are working on. So my name is Claudia Mittermeier and I'm the CEO of the Agro Innovation Lab, an accelerator based in Vienna in Austria, and I have an agricultural background. So as I mentioned in the pitch earlier today, we are focusing on agriculture and we work together with startups to foster new technologies and to conserve resources or significantly improve the lives of our farmers and also of our customers. We see ourselves as a bridge builder between Lagerhaus, which is our regional partner, and the regional warehouses in Austria, which are cooperative based, and also the daughter companies in Eastern Europe and the startups. We are also project managers in the meaning of that we are responsible of bringing internal and external mentors together with startups. We see us as startup experts, that we are confident in running pilot projects together with startups to try out their products and also to detect the most promising ideas on the market. And finally, we are also successful in what we are doing in building cooperations between startups and our company, so both sides can benefit in the end. The Agro Innovation Lab's mother company is called Raiffeisenware Austria, a big trading company in Austria and Eastern Europe. So, for instance, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, and some more. And we are like the big, stable company on the market, a little bit old-fashioned, who is looking for new business ideas and new business models, who want to get from a distributor or classical distributor to a solution provider. What can we offer the startups? Of course, we can offer market access, which is one of the most important things for startups. And we also bring specific market know-how with our internal mentors. And this cooperation between a startup and our corporate turns out to be very fruitful. And we profit, of course, from fresh ideas from outside. So during the last 5 years, we had the chance to get together with more than 800 startups worldwide from 64 different countries. And that is also the point where I would like to show you a little bit which topics these startups were addressing. As you can see here on our startup landscape, which we built up over the last couple of years, it's pretty small, but the sector of agricultural engineering and AgTech is the biggest one. So the segment where most of the startups have their business models and business ideas. But IoT and data analytics, for instance, are also growing very fast during the last years. And you can see that that is becoming more and more important in future. But how we think agriculture look like in the next 10 to 20 years? How will farmers work on their fields in future? We see 4 different topics or very important segments. The first one is image processing and sensors. So we already see the possibilities on the fields, for instance, with John Deere tractors, that it's possible to make real-time operations. During the work on the field, when there is some trouble, there is the possibility to solve the problem on the field. And there will be many more sensors used in agriculture in the field, for instance, to detect the right crops. As a second very important topic, we see novel input materials. For instance, as advanced seed transformation, the topic around gene editing and CRISPR technologies, which is brand new, or also the usage of biopesticides, for instance. So instead of the usage of plant protection materials. Of course, also robotics and automation is one of the biggest sectors for future, what we can see. We were also running a robotics challenge last year, where we could get a deeper look into these machines and also saw the machines working on the fields in practice. And as a first step, we now see that it is it is already common that we see automatic tractors in the field. And as a second step, we will also see smaller robots running on the fields automatically, for instance, also with swarm robots, with the technology of swarm robots. And the fourth very important topic is, of course, digitalization and data analytics. We learn much more about, for instance, application, maps, and using all different kinds of data, for instance, which they come from sensors, machine data, satellites or drones, and many more. And we will combine those much more efficiently in the future. Nowadays already, farmers use more and more online platforms like farm management software, or they also use, of course, online shops to buy their products. So as the Agro-Innovation Lab, we really try to cover most of these topics within our cooperation with startups. So what you can see here is on this slide, we work together with a lot of startups. You can see the logos on the side. So we can cover most of these topics. So image processing, input materials, robotics, and digitalization. So how does our portfolio for the farmers look like at the moment? We offer plenty of services. I would like to highlight two of them. We fly with drones since a couple of years to spread beneficial insects against the corn borer. And this service is highly interesting for the farmer. And we fly over more than 5,000 hectares every year in the season to spread these insects. And this service is on the one hand innovative because of the drones, but also sustainable and organic because of the product we spread in comparison to a plant protection product, for instance. The second service I would like to highlight is our carbon sequestration project, which is started in the summer of this year, where the participants have the chance to increase their humus and carbon content in the soil. And in the end, they have the possibility to get an additional income via the sale of the carbon certificates, which is a really interesting topic also for future. Then we also offer platforms and software solutions to the farmers. Actually, most of them are coming from startups. For instance, the AgriTech or FarmHedge or BartsParts. FarmHedge, for instance, is a very interesting platform from Ireland, a startup from Ireland. And there, the farmers have the possibility to use an app to buy products from the warehouses, for instance, input materials, seeds, fertilizers, plant protection. And on the other hand, after the harvest, they also have the possibility to sell their yield via the platform to the warehouse again. Of course, big data, especially weather data, is also a very interesting field for us. We offer a very big weather network in Austria, where the farmers have the possibility to use it, especially for agricultural reasons. But there are also quite a lot of other use cases in the pipeline concerning big data. In terms of hardware, we are focusing on robotics, of course, and sensor-based weeding technologies. although our feeling is that still quite a lot of robotic solutions still need further development. So most of them are still prototypes. And within our portfolio, we also work on additional topics like insect protein or traceability of food and supply chain, and vertical farming and other topics. So in the end, I would like to highlight that there's one thing that all these topics have in common, and that is sustainability for the future. And that is also what you can see from the European Union when all the agricultural ministers sat together last week, that the sustainable aspect is very important for agriculture in the future. So we as Agro Innovation Lab are open for all kind of collaborations with startups and companies working on these agricultural and technical fields. And well, now I'm very curious about to hear what you are working on, and if you're working on related topic, and to hear your perspectives about the future of agriculture. And I really look forward to a discussion with you and an exchange. Thank you very much. So let me now open the moderation panel. Are there any questions from your side? Well, actually, at the moment, we are more focusing on later stage startups. So there should be already a prototype, but there would be also the possibility of an investment. So we are open for all kinds of startups in the end. Yeah, I will type it. So please just write me an email, and yeah, I will come back to you. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, unfortunately, there are just the two of us in the call. So please just send me a message, and I will come back to you. And yeah, I wish you a nice remaining Europe days in this afternoon. Thank you very much. Bye.